Picture this. You walk into an audition last. The singer looks at you and immediately thinks, wrong guy. Too rock. Too hair metal. Not our vibe. You're given 10 minutes. 5 minutes to jam. 5 minutes to try a couple of songs. That's it. And in those 10 minutes, you change rock music forever. This is the story of Chad Smith, the heartbeat of the Red Hot Chili Peppers for over 3 decades, the drummer who looks exactly like Will Ferrell, and the kid from Michigan who went from smashing pots and pans to helping sell over 100 million albums worldwide. This is how groove found its home. Chad Smith was born in 1961, but his real story begins in Michigan. At 7 years old, something became very clear. This kid could not stop hitting things. Pots, pawns, ice cream buckets, anything that made noise. So his parents did the smart thing, they bought him a drum kit. No lessons. No teacher. No rules. Just Chad and sound. The house was filled with music. Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, The Who, Rush, Hendrix, Kiss. John Bonham's Power. Keith Moon's Chaos. Neil Peart's Precision. To Chad, these weren't drummers. They were gods. By 16, he was already winning local band competitions. But deep down, he knew this isn't the end. Then funk entered his life. Through musicians connected to Parliament Funkadelic, Chad discovered something new. Groove. Not just hitting hard, but space, feel, pocket. Years later, he explained it perfectly. Before that, I was a drummer. After that, I became a musician. Michigan started to feel small. So Chad packed his drums and moved to Los Angeles. No plan. No contacts. Just belief. 1988. The Red Hot Chili Peppers were barely holding together. Their guitarist, Hillel Slovak, had died. Their drummer had quit. The band was in crisis. They needed a drummer fast. Auditions started. Dozens came. Dozens failed. Then, Chad Smith walked in. Tall. Long hair. Classic rock look. Anthony Kiedis saw him and thought, this guy doesn't fit. But Flea said, let's hear him play. They told Chad, you've got 10 minutes. Chad sat down, counted off, and exploded. The groove was instant. The chemistry undeniable. Flea and Chad locked in like they'd played together for years. 10 minutes later, everyone knew. Chad Smith joined the Red Hot Chili Peppers in December 1988. He was 27. He'd been in LA less than 2 years. And everything changed. Just make sure it grooves. 1991. The band recorded in a strange, haunted mansion in Hollywood. Producer Rick Rubin wanted atmosphere. He got magic. Blood Sugar Sex Magic changed everything. Give It Away. Under the Bridge. Suck My Kiss. Over 13 million copies sold. At the center of it all, Chad's groove. Rock power. Funk feel. And most importantly, he looked like he was having the time of his life. After that album, many bands would relax. The Chili Peppers didn't. Californication. By the way, Stadium Arcadium. Grammys. World tours. Sold out stadiums. Lineups changed. Trends changed. Chad stayed. The anchor. His connection with John Frusciante was special. Chad once said, he's the best pure musician I've ever played with. When John returned in 2019, Chad described it perfectly. like putting on an old, comfortable pair of shoes. On stage, a monster. Off stage, a family man. 6 kids. Deep Michigan pride. A lifelong Detroit Red Wings fan. And, of course, the Will Ferrell thing. The resemblance became legendary. It ended with a drum battle on The Tonight Show. Winner? Chad. But the real win was this. He never took himself too seriously. Chickenfoot. Bombastic meat bats. From Johnny Cash to Dua Lipa. Chad played with everyone. Genre didn't matter. Only groove did. Chad Smith changed what it meant to be a rock drummer. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the flashiest. You just have to feel it. Over 100 million albums sold. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Still smiling behind the kit. And it all started with 10 minutes. Maybe the moment that changes your life is shorter than you think.